out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this. Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions.
Okay.
Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
This is the lab that shouted incoherently and often. And the only way to turn it off is to turn something else on because it disappears. The distress call on the wireless disappears. Okay, we are here. There are, I don't know how many, a lot, 10 or so. And they are also probably overleveled. I'm level 8, as you can see. And while they don't have skulls anymore, they're pretty close to 8. So if you're too far below 8, you might choose to come back because they are pretty strong and they're pretty crazy and there's a lot going on. So I am going to try and stealth a bunch of them. I'm going to see if sneak 4 is enough because 3 is not and 5 is. But I want to see if I can get away with sneak 4 to see if we can do this. So, all right, here we go. Okay, level 8 and sneak 5 will get us some sneak kills. Some, for some reason, are still too strong, which I don't really get, but I don't know why they would be different levels. We'll at least get a couple before we go crazy. Okay, we're going to get... There's a guy that's going to come out from the right, and he's going to come right here, and we're going to get him. Here, this guy. Do not jump the fence closer to him much. 155 we can get. 155 we can get at level 5. 180 cannot. Alright, loot and... acidic dematerializer L1. Alright. Body's gone. Nobody's the wiser. 250. Alright, we're not going to be able to sneak kill that guy. That guy's 180 and I was unable to sneak kill him at level 5. There are a couple others we can get though. Sort of lower the numbers here before we go crazy. $155 we can get. So we'll get her.
Each and everything has to be so goddamn irritating.
Alright, now that person's gonna move. We might have to wait. We can get both of these guys. I know he turns and walks this way. I just don't know at what point. It's making me want to risk it and go after her. Fine, we'll just go to 6 because I was able to get her at 5 before, so I don't know what the inconsistency is. Because I have been able to get her at 5 before, so I'm unclear about that inconsistency. See, there he is. I knew he walked away. Wow, not that guy. 250. Can't get him.
Where following the rules ever get anybody? It's like the rules are just a guide for what not to get caught doing. And all this is just sloppy.
Okay, it's so not safe. We're gonna wait for him to go back. $155. Oh, we can go get him. That's not that guy, was it? No.
This here has always been impeccable. Impeccable!
Here he comes. Loot. All right, let's go around.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shit's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment. Commitment termination.
Oh, well, all right. Never mind. We don't have to take that guy out. All right, let's try the ones in the barn. I don't think we can take him out. This door's barred. Alright, we have to get into the actual barn. I know we can go in like the front door, but we can't go in the front door. Get her. Can't get him. Do I have any distraction? I do not. A smoke grenade. Not sure what that does. I haven't played with that yet.
Where'd following the rules ever get anybody? It's like the rules are just a guide for what not to get caught doing. And all this is just sloppy.
Oh my god, you stupid light. Alright, let's see if we can't climb this.
Just so touchy today. Any little thing, I swear.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure?
hot.
Doesn't anyone
And
else
I
have
am
standards
brimming with
in this
anger.
place? You want high security?
Got some bad company.
You high security? Did you have an appointment?
Excuse me?
That's it! I am fed up!
Take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
Blasted thing!
Moving in!
Alright.
Reason for it. Speaking of unfinished business.
Why is that equipped? Alright, where is my shock machine gun? Here we go.
Target reload.
There we go.
Tingling. All charged up.
Good job, guys.
Mandatory retirement indeed.
Alright.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Open.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived.
More than that.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant? You don't seem much in a position to be making demands.
Because I've squirreled myself away inside our test chamber for safekeeping? Well, I assure you my position as lead visionary of this innovative lab persists regardless. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me as an aide-de-camp of sorts on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Alright, well, you should discuss my fee.
Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment, dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. It should be quite fair.
Speech 3. I'll take care of your little problem for a nominal increase in the amount of bits. Speech 4. Too bad I put them all in
Don't
stealth.
focus so much on monetary compensation. Think of the goodwill you'll earn with Auntie's choice. We have vision and we are going places. This project especially. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
Sounds perversely compelling. I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them?
I murdered a lot of them.
Killed.
I murdered practically everybody.
Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like, I'm being killed, can be so close to, I'm running amok. Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together. Suppose it couldn't be helped, though. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Sure.
Oh, dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
Not even a little.
Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
What do I need to do?
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
Okay. Where do I find all that?
Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Can't promise anything. Okay, so we are going to unbar this door, which is the one we walked
He only
by.
managed to save himself from the spores.
I know, right?
We ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Alright, we're going to run into... I don't think they're Crabbles. I think they're the other one. Okay. Raptidon, yeah.
Liquidate him!
Where's my shotgun? Oh, I have 2 shock machine guns. Oh, alright. Well, give me the shotgun. No, I want the regular shotgun. Here we go. Okay, this set of tents here. Explosive grenade. Advanced decryption key. Grab this for one of the lockboxes. Any of the lockboxes that you want to open.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team.
Sure hope. Anyway, sure.
Get some shells. Oh, I can only get the one? Alright. It's alright. Okay.
It's a brawl.
Light pistol if you want one. Alright, here's what we want.
Looks like a fight.
Okay, here is a lockbox, and this one is native species. I don't remember what that is. I haven't opened it, I know that, but I have looked at it on the ship. I don't remember what it is though. Armor, I guess. Armor with from nowhere and cauterizing material mods. Armor. It's armor. Okay. We're gonna get the red spore
Quarantine time's
sample.
over. We should have what we need.
Incendiary triple barrel shotgun, which is different from the plasma shotgun. Wish they sort by type. Incendiary versus plasma. Oh, right. All right, we can go in this way because we unlocked it on our way out. So.
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing?
Here you go.
Splendid. All you need to do now is get the research team's data off the terminal in the exterior lab. Hurry along, then. My kill-crazed comrades aren't simply going to cure themselves.
I don't know how many are still out here. It looks like there's... The mini-map is implying there's still a couple. It's red on the edges, so... Oh, this guy's one of them.
Heard that. Time to sever ties.
Mag pick, shells, inhaler, cigarette lighter, biomass, distraction, download data.
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing?
Have the data.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom. Insert that data cartridge for me, in the slot below my... Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball, and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
Guess you're not overly surprised.
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. But it's only a matter of time. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will begin a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
Grab that. Now let's try. There we go. We're going to synthesize an antidote. Antidote for homicidal irritability.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
Speech 1.
Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance.
All right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Ahmed Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Toys. Be seeing you.
Okay. Door is open now. Oh, hello, pupper. The escape suit. And another med thing. Okay, so the escape suit. Escape protocol. If the wearer drops below 30% health, a smoke bomb is dispensed at their location. Has a 10-minute cooldown, which reduces based on your sneak skill. I might have to wear that. And then I'll just put some plates in it. And then we also got Adreno Spoon Plus, I think it's what we got. 300 health instantly. It is 90 toxicity though, so you can only like use it once before all of the, you have to wait for all the toxicity to come down. We'll give it a shot though. And then, no, that's from somewhere else. I do think we got a recipe though. Shock soak. I think we got recipe for something when we were up collecting spores, but it just, you'll have to rewind video to say. Okay, it's all my junk. Okay. So there you go. There is the lab that shouted incoherently and often.